Alright, hi. Today I'm going to be shading the skirt that I made in my last video. It's a red skirt just so you can use the opacity. I'm going to be doing this on another layer and I'm going to be kind of like shading little curves around the edges and then lines straight down. This will just help me with the shadows. I'm doing this with a darker color. I might change this color because I don't think I really like it. I'm going to change it to the color of the outlines just so it'll all match up later on. Sorry, give me a minute, I was checking opacity. Alright, now I'm gonna go in and shade the edges. I'm gonna speed this up a bit so you don't have to watch the entire thing. Alright, now that I've gotten rid of all the excess, we're gonna go on to the next layer. This layer will have, like, sort of a crease. That's the type of shading we're gonna be doing now. Should just help us create a crease. Sorry, I'm trying to check if these will still look good even after the outlines go away. Alright, so I'm gonna be using that same red that I've used before, and I'm just gonna be, like, using a 2-point brush in order to create like little straight lines down the middle. Well, not like straight lines, but the middle one is gonna have a straight line down the middle. The other ones are gonna have like slightly slanted lines. You'll see what I'm doing this in a minute. This one I'm gonna do like little tilted lines towards the inside. I don't know, it's just what works best for me. Now I'm gonna smudge it, and this will help us create the illusion that it is in fact a crease and not just a random line. This smudge brush is a plugin, so if you don't have the plugin, you can just Google smudge plugin paint on net and it should pop up. It's pretty easy to use. Alright, now I'm gonna hit OK, and I'm going to just copy and paste it all the way to my other sides. I'm gonna erase the excess. I don't know if I've already said this, but I made this skirt so it was pretty easy to erase excess just to help with time constraints, so I don't take forever. Most skirts will have sort of symmetrical balance to it, so you should always be able to copy and paste one side to the other unless you're doing a certain type of skirt where both sides are not the same. Alright, now I'm going to create my new layer. This layer is going to be the waistband shading, because waistbands do in fact have wrinkles, so we're going to create those now. I'm going to use a 1-point brush just because it's such a small space that we're working on. I'm going to speed this part up. Alright, now that I've kind of drawn in my lines, I'm going to use the smudge brush again, and I'm going to smudge out the wrinkles so they look a bit more natural. Oh, I probably shouldn't have used that big of a brush. I'm gonna make it smaller because this looks bad. Control Z to go back, by the way. Smaller brushes make you, like, be able to control it more. That's what I'm doing now. I'm just gonna smudge out all of these little lines so it looks more natural and like it was actually not planned, if that makes sense. Like most wrinkles that you will do on clothing, I'm going to also add highlights to this, but first I need to copy and paste this to the other side and get rid of that excess. This excess shouldn't take too long, so I'm not going to bother speeding it up, just because I'm lazy. now I'm going to copy and paste this to the other side like I've already stated. It doesn't really matter if you do different shading for all of them, but you can if you want to get into a little bit more detail. But for the purpose of this, I'm not trying to show you how to get into total detail, I'm just trying to show you how to shade. Right now I'm going to duplicate this layer, and I'm going to adjust the hue, or saturation, all the way, or lightness, sorry, all the way up so it turns to white. I'm going to move it up 2 pixels. This is just my standard rule for this. I'm going to erase the excess now so I don't have to worry about it later. And then I'm going to fix up the transparency or opacity so that way it's not so like obvious. After this, I'm pretty much done. There is one more thing that I can show you, but for this skirt, I'm probably not going to do it, but I will show you how to do it if you choose to. Alright, so this is like little highlights on the like bottom part. You're literally just going to take a white brush and go down at the bottom and just draw on like little things. I don't know what I was doing, sorry. Like little bubbles at the bottom where the lines are supposed to be. I obviously can't actually see the bottom, so it's fun. Maybe I should just like put the outlines back. I'm stupid. Alright, so I'm just kind of filling in at the bottom. Shouldn't take too long. If you haven't noticed, I'm not doing those little corner bubbles because I just kind of want that to be in the shadow, if that makes sense. Gosh, I'm blurring it a bit. This is just to make it not so standy outy. Erasing the excess. Like I said, I don't use this for a ton of skirts, but I will use it occasionally, and you can if you would like. I normally only do this for like really dark colored skirts, because it adds a bit more like detail. Right, just lowering the opacity now. And that's pretty much all, so I'm just gonna say bye now and let you watch the rest of the video if